Probably Obama. He seems like he's pretty good at golf.
Yeah, the best part is I can actually see your list for the first time, and you literally typed probably Obama.
Royce's thoughts, Royce's thoughts. Yeah, Royce's thoughts, Royce's thoughts. Royce's thoughts, Royce's thoughts. Yeah, Royce's thoughts, Royce's thoughts. Okay, step into the mind of a young boy genius, telling you what's going on in stadiums and arenas. We talking the NFL, we talking the NBA, we talking about the biggest sports news of the day. Got a favorite athlete, a team that you're thinking? Well, let's put it to the test and see where Royce ranks them. And listen, man, I could go on and on, but let's get into it, featuring his co-host Dom. Sit back, relax, and welcome to the pod, and let me introduce everybody to Royce's thoughts. Yeah. I said sit back, relax, and welcome to the pod, and let me introduce everybody to Royce's thoughts. Yeah.
All right. It's that time of the week again where we record an episode of a podcast called
Royce's thoughts.
Moved by
Mardis. Moving with Mardis.
Get it right. Look at that. Starting off July good. 1 for 1. What's going on, man? Nothing?
Nope.
Why you sound so down?
Not.
It's Sunday, July 3rd.
Yeah.
We're just all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
In recording schedules. Did we record on a Sunday? No, it was a Saturday last week, right?
I have no clue.
Yeah, it had to be Saturday.
I think it was Friday.
I don't know. Maybe. Okay. So
Yeah, it was Friday.
How's it going? How's the 4th of July holiday treating you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Celebrate America's independence from what country? Come on, you know this answer.
Yeah, I do. It's the Brits, the British.
The British are coming. The British are coming. That's how I imagine Paul Revere sounded on the horse riding, letting everybody know. The British are coming. The British. I don't know why he has an Irish accent, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so listen. I would be remiss if we just acted like there wasn't any sports news happening in the world right now. There's a lot going on. So I'm gonna give you free reign.
Oh man.
To pick the first topic.
I feel like we should talk about basketball.
Basketball?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. What are you going to talk about?
What kind of basketball? Like
free agency, probably.
Free agency in the WNBA free agency?
They're not in the off season.
They're not. They did just announce their All-Star rosters.
Yeah.
You were really excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah. NBA free agency 2023. Is it bigger news of what's happening or what has not happened yet?
Probably what has not happened yet.
So for the people, why don't you tell them what has happened?
Well, Rudy Gobert got traded to the Timberwolves
for a lot.
Yeah.
Like an absurd amount of money, or not money, picks.
Yeah.
What do you feel about this said trade?
I don't know. I feel like the Jazz are gonna be bad.
Are they in just rebuild mode now?
I mean, I would think so.
They have to be, right?
Yeah. So
is it Donovan Mitchell is rumored to be sought after by a lot of teams, right? What was that? What you just do there?
Just wondering what was going on in Utah.
Mm-hmm. For those who don't know.
What is going on in Utah?
You got to go watch Brian Windhorst on First Take.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Thursday. Before the KD thing even went down, and he had a hilarious.
He was talking about the Jazz after the KD thing went down, but he was talking about the Nets and KD after Kyrie opted in.
Sorry, this is before the Rudy thing went down, though. Before the Rudy trade. Okay, go ahead, keep going.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then DeJounte Murray, he got traded to the Hawks for 3 first-round picks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that happened. And then, yeah.
I mean, so if you go back, like there's been a ton of money spent. Jokic has signed the richest contract ever, in the history of
Yeah.
ever. Which I mean is not a surprise. 2-time MVP. Like you got to pay him, but it is a little like you think about. If I were to say who has the richest contract in the history of the NBA, I don't think Jokic is going to be my first pick. But it pays to be good, and it pays to be good in contract years. That's all I'm gonna say. Zion signed his rookie extension, max, which is crazy because he's played in like 20 games. I think it's like 53 to be honest with you. Greg Oden played in more games through his first 3 seasons than Zion Williamson.
Mm.
We'll say that one more time. Greg Oden.
Yeah. Heard you.
All right. Let's see. Andre Drummond's on the move. He's going to the Bulls. Karl Anthony Towns signed his extension.
Devin Booker.
Ja Morant got 226.
Darius Garland signed that extension.
In other news, though, the Warriors have secretly let a lot of people go.
Yep.
No secret. Like
Toscano Anderson.
Yep.
To the Lakers.
Okay. Did he play at all though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's in the slam dunk contest.
That means nothing.
Well,
in today's world.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. Being in a slam dunk contest does not translate to actually playing in the NBA at this point.
And Otto Porter Jr.
Mm-hmm.
To the Raptors, and then Gary Payton to the Blazers.
Yeah. And Damian Lee
to the Suns, and
Yep.
then Nemanja Bjelica, I don't know, something happened to him. He didn't go anywhere, but I think he just walked away
from the game,
from the NBA.
Really?
I don't know if he went to go play overseas. I don't know what happened.
Interesting.
Something happened. That's where I saw somewhere.
Now they did pick up Dante, or was it DiVincenzo?
Yeah.
I thought that was a sneaky get, and then who else they get? They got somebody else, which I was like, okay, they're starting to replace a little bit. Yeah, as long as they got the big four.
They re-signed Kevon Looney.
Yeah, Kevon Looney. I mean, they still got Wiggins. They still got obviously Steph, Clay, and Draymond. So
Bjelica went to go play in Turkey.
Turkey. Wow. Okay. By the way, the money that is being doled out right now makes it hard for me not to want to raise any children as basketball players. I know it's not that simple, where you just don't get to oh, you're a basketball player. But Royce, Yusuf Nurkic.
Yusuf Nurkic.
4 years, $70 million.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. And I'm not saying that I should. I'm just saying I don't know who that is. I was trying to wrap it around the edge of the table there so it doesn't keep hitting the mic cord. I'm not saying that I should know who it is. I'm just saying I don't. But he's got $70 million in his wallet now. It's just crazy. John Wall is a Clipper now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what's been going on, right? But let's talk about what hasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Kevin Durant requested a trade. He requested a trade, and then
but you got to back up a second before that because Kyrie requested a trade.
No, he didn't. Kyrie opted into his contract, and then Kevin Durant requested a trade, and now Kyrie's just there.
I'm pretty sure didn't Kyrie request a trade first, and they literally went on a full day rampage of how we're going to keep Kyrie, and then he was like, "Okay, cool, I'll stay. I'm opting in." And then he opted in, and KD was like, "Oh, that was fun. I'm out."
I don't know. Pretty sure he just opted in.
Okay.
And then so he requested a trade. Now Kyrie is unlikely to stay in Brooklyn. And then Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Who knows where Donovan Mitchell's going? If he's gonna go to like Miami or New York, or is he gonna stay in Utah? I don't know. Yep.
I mean, here's my thought, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. If you're Kyrie, KD, or James Harden, at some point, I heard this best said on the radio. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Is what you're going to get out of Kyrie, KD, and James Harden worth the money that you're going to pay them? Because with those three comes just a lot of headaches. KD less than the others, but he hasn't been great either, like from a drama standpoint. So like Kyrie has imploded everywhere he's been. Now, I know that you specifically are excited for the potential of LeBron and Kyrie linking back up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If there is a player in the league today who could get Kyrie to play, who do you think it is?
LeBron.
Do you really think that, though?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
LeBron tells Kyrie to play. Kyrie is not going to not play.
I don't know, though. Like, Kyrie,
LeBron pushes Kyrie. LeBron pushed Kyrie. No, listen,
almost 10 years ago.
No, LeBron pushes Kyrie. That's why the Cavaliers were a successful team. And then KD did not push Kyrie. He did not push him at all.
They didn't play together, so we don't know actually how that happened.
KD was not pushing Kyrie too much, and that's why the Nets were not a successful team.
So what happened in Boston?
In Boston, he was the leader of the team, so nobody was going to push him.
Okay, I hear you. The one thing that I want to just quickly point out, when did Kyrie leave the Cavs?
Like
18?
Yeah.
So it's been, is it 18 or
17, 18, I think.
So 4 to 5-ish years since LeBron and Kyrie have been on the team together. Right? My only concern is that a lot has changed since then. Like Kyrie was the young buck who was looking up to somebody. And now Kyrie's had his own team. He's been a key part of a super team. He's been able to write his own rules by the COVID vaccination, that drama. Whether you believe that he should be vaccinated or not actually doesn't play a part of the fact that he wrote his own rules. The rules were what they were in New York City, and he chose to not abide by them. And the Nets, for some reason, accommodated him, which I think also led into some of the drama that they're facing right now. So I'm hoping that you're right, because it does seem like all points for signing that he's landing in LA. Because there's I saw something this morning like the Mavericks and somebody else are interested in him. And I'm like, that ain't true.
He's not going to Mavericks.
That's his agent trying to get as much money out of Kyrie. But the Lakers are in a problem, right? The Lakers kind of have to do this. Because if you can get Russell off your payroll,
yeah,
you do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I would trade just no dollars, nothing else. Russell straight up for Kyrie if I'm the Lakers. If I'm the Nets, I want a draft pick or something in addition to Russell.
Well, yeah, if I'm the Lakers, I would definitely trade straight up. But if I'm the Nets, I'm gonna ask for a lot more, because now my two superstars are Russell Westbrook and Ben Simmons.
Ooh, that is tough. 2 non-shooting, even though Russell can shoot
Just gonna pass back
way
and forth.
better. But yeah.
Even though Russell can shoot. Not way better, he can shoot.
He actually will shoot. Let's just say that he will shoot.
Two exact opposites.
Okay, so you have Russell, you have so you think Kyrie's getting traded for Russ.
Yeah, hopefully.
Where does KD land? In Miami?
I don't know.
I mean, here's what everybody's saying. Super team in Miami again. I just don't know that KD
or Phoenix,
Donovan Mitchell, and Jimmy Butler all fit together.
Or Phoenix.
But let's talk the first option. Does KD, Jimmy Butler, and Donovan Mitchell fit together? It doesn't seem like
No, because you have I don't think that Donovan Mitchell and KD are both going to the Heat. I don't see that happening because you have to trade so much to get Donovan Mitchell,
Mhm.
and then you're not going to have anything left to trade for KD.
Okay, so does KD and Jimmy fit?
Maybe.
KD and Donovan, or not KD, Jimmy and Donovan.
Yeah.
Which one would you take if you're the Heat?
Well, if I'm the Heat, I would honestly maybe Donovan Mitchell.
I would tend to agree because it's the longer play.
Yeah. Yeah, he has like 4 years left. And then I don't know how much KD has left on his contract, but Donovan Mitchell has like 4 years left on his contract. And then
Yeah, I mean, but Donovan Mitchell's
Yeah.
like 27.
yeah,
KD's like
KD's like
35, right?
Yeah.
So I just feel like, the longer play. Okay, so you think KD could go to the Suns?
Yep.
Would they have to give? You think? Oh, because DeAndre Ayton's still on the table. Sign and trade with Ayton.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, but okay, but does he fit
In Brooklyn? Or does
No.
KD fit in?
No, does KD fit in Phoenix?
Maybe. You have Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant.
I mean, look, Chris Paul get everybody the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, we know that. Devin Booker, if he stays healthy, maybe the Suns series looks a lot different. Excuse me. The Suns series looks a lot different between who they lose to.
The Mavericks.
Yeah, maybe that looks different. But I don't know. It's just it's hard for me, and I'm gonna just be honest with you, Royce. It's hard for me to envision KD on us winning a championship winning team again.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Where do you think he goes that he can have a chance to win a championship immediately?
Miami, Phoenix. I don't know where else he would go.
Is there a chance he could end up in LA?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I've heard multiple rumors that Kevin Durant, his like preferred list was Miami, Phoenix, and LA.
Is that the
then Rob
Clippers
Pl-
or the Lakers?
The Lakers.
Okay, just
But then
making
Rob
sure.
Pelinka wouldn't include Taylor Horton-Tucker in the deal. His unwillingness to include Taylor Horton-Tucker in any deal, so he said no.
I don't believe that.
I
I mean,
do.
I believe that, but I don't believe that that's really a thing.
I do.
So here's the question: if LeBron, okay, who would you rather have, KD or Kyrie?
Kevin Durant.
Hands down, without a doubt. Okay, LeBron, KD, AD. There's a lot of D's on the team. LeBron, KD, AD. Is that good enough to win a championship? Yeah, 100%. LeBron, Kyrie, AD. Is that good enough to win a championship?
Bit less than 100%.
I
would say
just
so.
Here's my only problem. Kyrie doesn't play a lot of games.
All right, but he came back. He played like half the season last season. So but then he came back and he played like the second half.
But even before he wasn't playing a ton of games, he gets hurt a lot. He does. He's been hurt a lot since Cleveland.
Yeah.
I will give Kevin Durant this. Aside from his popped Achilles in the finals, he doesn't miss as many games. They all miss games. Okay, so you want KD.
Yep.
You want KD.
I want both of them.
Is there a chance that both of them end up in LA?
Yeah.
Is there a real chance, though? How?
Because Brian Windhorst said so.
Would they have to give up AD to get that? Would you trade Kevin Durant and Kyrie for Anthony Davis?
Yes.
Not even hesitation?
I'm pretty sure that I would.
Just, yep.
Yep. I think so.
Man. What if that happened? That would listen. If you're the Nets, you're trying to rebuild. So Anthony Davis.
Well, if you're the Nets and you're trying to rebuild, I don't think you would
No,
want Anthony Davis.
No. You're sorry. Rebuild is it's a really weird word now. I mean rebuild as in you're trying to get a good team without having to do a full rebuild. So not the process type stuff. I'm talking you want to compete next year. So you go out, you get a Ben Simmons, Anthony Davis, some draft picks.
We'll give them Russell Westbrook too, just in case they want.
Well, yeah, they'll get Russ because you're going to ship off people. So you're going to get Russell Westbrook,
AD, and Ben Simmons,
and somebody else, and some draft picks, some future consideration type stuff. I'm just saying, in the East, Russell, Anthony Davis, and Ben Simmons, and then you go sign another free agent.
Feel bad for the backboard.
You think?
Yes. That happens. Oh my gosh, the shooting percentage is going to be terrible.
I mean, Bradley Beal declined their option. James Harden. What if James Harden? You back in the play for James Harden.
Well, also Bradley Beal is going back to Washington.
That's what they think, but
no, he already went back to Washington.
No.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did.
He did.
So, I'm just saying. All right. Okay, here's the deal. I want you to... When is free agency up? Do we know?
Nope, no clue.
It seems like it's been going on for 3 weeks, but it's only been like 4 days. All right. By this next podcast when we record, so it'll probably be next weekend. Where's KD?
I think the likeliest options are...
You said him already. Miami and Phoenix. So I want you to choose where KD will be.
Phoenix. I think Kyrie, Los Angeles.
James Harden.
Oh crap. Forgot about Harden. Forgot he existed. All right.
Now, caveat. He said he declined.
He did decline.
In order to build a championship winning roster.
I think he's going to go to I don't know. I don't think he's going back to Philadelphia.
Okay.
So, that's tough.
DeAndre
Ayton? Brooklyn.
Okay. Is that in a sign and trade, or is that
a deal with Kevin Durant?
Okay. All right. You heard it here. That's what's happening. Will the Lakers compete for a championship next year?
Yeah.
Meaning, will they make it to the NBA Finals?
Okay. Not going to answer that question.
Why not?
But will they try?
Well, yeah, every team in the NBA tries.
True. The Utah Jazz are not trying to win a championship.
That's true.
Utah Jazz are trying to tank to get Victor Wembanyama.
Who?
Or whatever his name is.
What?
Top draft press pick.
From who?
From France.
Oh, okay. They like them. They like their French draft
Yeah,
picks.
because he absolutely cooked Rudy Gobert.
Oh, I saw that kid right there.
Yeah,
he was like 17. He did. Yeah.
No wonder they traded him.
Yeah. All right. So there we got it. Okay. Let's move on to what I call. So here's the deal. There's been two major stories. And the NBA has just been like the gif where the dude walks in. It's from the Community. Donald Glover walks in with the pizza and then the room's on fire. He walks in like smiling and then he pans out and the room's on fire and people slinging. That's what the NBA has felt like. But equally as applicable to this gif would be the news that broke on Friday in college sports.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if you were living under a rock or anything on Friday, July 1st. There was like a little random tweet that happened from...
I don't think it was Friday. Pretty sure it's Thursday. I'm pretty sure that it was Thursday.
Well, let's go do a fact check just because
I think I remember where I was at the exact moment and I was...
Oh, it was Thursday. So on Thursday, June 30th, you're right. It's been a couple days. Thursday, June 30th. I saw it on like a gambling tweet from Wilner Hotline. So everybody's like, well, who's this guy? What is this? Right? USC and UCLA are planning to leave for the Big Ten as early as 2024. And everybody is like, did this collective, like, because no one's surprised in this day and age in college sports, especially college football, that anybody would leave. But I just want to make it clear. The closest team to USC and UCLA in the Big Ten is who, Royce?
Nebraska.
And they are separated by almost 2,000 miles. 2 time zones, in fact. You look at the map, and it is unbelievable. Like, Big Ten, I can't even get it on the screen, USC, UCLA down here. Like, Big Ten. But everybody's like, whatever, that's funny. That's not going to happen. Literally, like, 3 hours later, it was confirmed by the conferences. The application had been submitted. Everybody was out. They gone. They're gone. So the Big Ten is now the Big America Conference because they have
the big Pac-12.
It's so, Royce, I just need you to understand this. On a random Tuesday in December or January, Rutgers and UCLA will be playing a conference basketball game. Rutgers and UCLA.
Where are they going to play at? Like,
Well, you think they're just going to start meeting in the middle or something?
Yeah,
like?
honestly.
What? I mean, the travel for the volleyball, for the conference teams outside of, travel for your Olympic sports outside of football, right? I don't know how they're going to do it. They're going to have to invest in private jets or something because first of all, it's not easy for anybody to get anywhere. But on top of that, wow. So what was your initial thoughts when you heard it?
Initial thought? This is crazy. What is happening?
I mean, like, it's so funny because you literally forget that just a year ago, Texas and Oklahoma did the same thing. Because everybody's like, wait, what? Why y'all go to SEC?
Yeah, but I don't think that was as big as this one because they're already down
Kinda
south.
close. Yeah.
And then you have USC and UCLA who are on the West Coast, and then all the Big Ten is like way over there.
Yeah. And let's be clear, Nebraska isn't actually that close to the rest of the Big Ten schools either. Like, Nebraska's an outreach there too. Just go look up the Big Ten map. It is crazy. But we know where this is headed. 2 super conferences. And anybody who wants to act like this was done for any other reason other than TV rights and football money, you're crazy. So I did learn, we were talking about this yesterday. Royce, quick recall. How much money does the ACC schools get per their TV contract payout?
What was it like? Is it 14?
$14 million.
$14 million?
Royce, the SEC, who just renewed their contract with ESPN, because ESPN stole the rights, basically. They didn't steal it, but they go negotiated above it. Like, CBS doesn't have it anymore. How much does each team get per school in the SEC?
Like $66 million.
$66 million. $66 million per school for the SEC. That's why Oklahoma and Texas. The Texas was like, peace to the Longhorn Network, because we weren't getting that much with our own network, so we out. Guess what rights come up next year?
The Big Ten.
The Big Ten. So if you think the Big Ten's done, I mean, they could be done, right? This is enough, but they might not be done. I think Notre Dame is going, and if Notre Dame goes, the dams and the floodgates and all that stuff open, we're in for some chaos, and buckle up, boys.
Yep.
Just buckle up. The Super Big Ten and the Super SEC is about to happen. Now, I have a question for you. We've talked about this before. We have on this very podcast, not today's podcast, but on this very, what do we call this? Collection of podcasts? Collection? Sure.
I don't know.
I don't know. We've talked about super conferences.
Mm-hmm.
And how I think we both agreed that we should just split off football and then let everybody else do their own thing. Let's just say that's not going to happen because it doesn't seem like it is. What happens? Who goes to the Super Big Ten and the Super SEC? Because not everybody can get in. We're not going to have 2 conferences of 30 teams.
With like every team in the country.
Yeah. So who gets in and who gets left out? And when I say in, like, we don't have to, like, just who gets in.
Yeah.
What number do we want to settle on each conference we'll have?
I don't know, like 20, 24.
24. Okay. So the Big Ten now has 16 teams.
Yep.
And the SEC now has 16.
Yep.
So there are 8 spots to grab in each conference, 16 total teams. Okay. Right now, the ACC has what? 14 teams? 12. 12 plus Notre Dame?
I don't know.
I think it's 14 teams plus Notre Dame. Yeah, the ACC.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's 12 plus Notre Dame, or 14 plus Notre Dame, excuse me. And then this gets real complicated. The Big 12 has now 12, right? Because they just added all those other schools. The Pac-12 has 10. And that's it. Those are the major conferences left.
Yeah.
So there's way more teams left than the 16 spots up for grabs. Who gets it?
I think Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Do I need to name like what conference I think they'll go to? Or?
Nah. I mean, let's be real. Notre Dame's going to go to Big Ten.
Yeah. Like, are we going like strictly off of football?
Well, so this is the question, right?
Football takes a heavy toll.
If you are a conference commissioner in those 2 conferences and you're trying to up your TV money the most, wouldn't you? I would weigh heavily football.
Mm-hmm.
However, there are a couple schools, I will name them, Duke, that bring a lot to the table outside of football, but there are very few of those schools.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Florida State.
Florida State.
Miami. That one place.
Clemson.
Yeah.
Clemson's going to have a school. They're going to have a home.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Oregon.
I was just right. Yep. Okay.
Stanford, maybe.
Yep. Stanford.
I don't know.
Washington. Here's the thing. I know that everybody says about Washington, but they own Seattle. It's TV markets, man. So when you're talking about this, like, you're gonna have Washington in there because you have the entire, between Stanford, Oregon, and Washington, you have the entire Northwest. So Washington's gonna go to. So that's 7. We're quickly running out of teams, Royce. We are quickly running out of teams.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't touched anybody in the Midwest yet.
I think possibly, well, just because there's nobody in the Midwest.
There's still markets there, though.
Yeah, not football markets, though.
It's true. Okay.
And then I think Duke would go.
Duke, okay.
And then you got Duke, you got North Carolina.
All right. I was gonna say, to me, Duke and North Carolina are the same as UCLA and USC. They're a package deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I would say like Kansas, but that's only for basketball. I don't know. Kansas doesn't have anything else outside of basketball.
That's gonna be hard. I think Kansas might get stuck in the Big East or something if this trend continues.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else in the Big 12 goes to a conference, and that's what's hard for me. Like, you could argue TCU maybe because they're in Dallas,
maybe Texas Tech,
but like, you already have Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're at 8, so we're at 9 schools. We got 7 spots left.
I don't know.
It's gonna be tough because then you're gonna have people like, I would argue that Arizona. And Arizona State might be a package deal, or at least one of those 2. So let's just say Arizona for me is going to get in. I do think, and it's going to sound real crazy, but a Utah or BYU is going to get in. And it may, I know most people would prefer Utah, but it may be BYU. They have a bigger TV presence than Utah, even though they're not in a big conference. But I could see people be like, let's bring them. BYU brings a lot of challenges because they don't play other sports on Sundays. That's a whole nother deal. So let's just go Utah or BYU.
So what's that now? 11.
So we're at 11. So we
you
have
have, like,
five
five more.
left.
Oh man.
We haven't touched. There's still Pittsburgh. There's still
Ooh.
Virginia Tech. There's still. But like, here's the problem. So Penn State. Now you're looking at like Penn State covers the same market that Pittsburgh covers. Virginia Tech and Virginia, maybe bring some stuff there. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, what I'm saying is like the last five are pretty much who's gonna be just like working the room, like shaking hands, like, hey, here's what we can do for you. Like, because I would say a school like Louisville, right? I mean, that's where that's where we are. Like Louisville, I as much as it pains me to say, Louisville 5 years ago, no problem, we're in. I don't know that Louisville today is gonna make a super conference.
Okay. I don't know about 5 years ago. Yeah.
5 years ago, we were in.
Yes, I think 5 years ago,
Okay.
yes. But then like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, absolutely not.
No, that's yeah.
But then but right now, I think there's more of a chance than 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, 100%. Like we are a season away in basketball and football because the rest of the sports have kept up. So we're a season away in basketball and football where everybody's like, that's where everybody's watching, right? So season away and maybe we're in. But like a school like Louisville, the problem is we're saturated in this market because you already have Kentucky and you have Indiana. Now, there's something that we started talking about yesterday. Would these super conferences be willing to kick out some teams that are already in there?
I think so.
Because if you
I think
do,
you kind of have to.
well, you say that, but if you do, then the door really opens back up for a lot of other teams.
Yeah.
Because then, like, if they're willing to kick out, and it's going to sound crazy, but like, I would take, you said it yesterday, you would take Indiana over Louisville. Or, sorry, Louisville over Indiana. So I would kick out, like, Vanderbilt, Chopping Block, Missouri, Northwestern,
Nebraska,
Rutgers, Nebraska. Like, those type of teams.
Honestly, I take out Maryland.
Maryland, I forgot about it. You forget about them. They are in D.C., though. They got the D.C.
Still take them out. Doesn't matter.
Here's what's interesting. I have a question for you, and I know we're gonna get to the rank 'em segment here soon because I think we're gonna go see a movie. But I want to say this before. Here's what's really interesting. We're all talking about TV markets, right? If you only have 2 super conferences, does it matter whose teams are in? Aren't you gonna watch it no matter what?
Yeah.
So at that point, wouldn't you just try to go for the 40 best teams? And you would do a mix of historical plus trajectory, right? So it's not all about what you've done in the past, and it's not all about what you're going. Like you want a mix of all.
Yeah.
Again, that's where teams like Louisville, those non-traditional powers, don't really help themselves in these causes. But I don't know.
NCAA football 23 is going to be crazy.
Right? How soon do you think the super conference happens?
I don't know. I think after, within the next year, I think there will be a lot of moving. And I think it's like really going to take shape as soon as USC and UCLA get into the Big Ten. I think it's really going to like start. It's going to be a bunch of build up, a bunch of teams that are, this team's moving there in like 2025 or this team's moving there. And I think once USC and UCLA like get to the Big Ten, and they start playing games in the Big Ten, I think it's going to fall apart.
Really?
Yep. I don't think it's going to like fall apart. I think it's just going to like all form.
All the dominoes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All the dominoes will fall in place. Okay. Got it. Okay. So here's the deal. We got 5 minutes left. We're on the clock. Okay.
Yep.
5 real time minutes because we have to leave to go see Top Gun 2.
Yep, we're doing that.
We're going to do that. All right. So Royce ranks him. Oh, it's now time for
the most anticipated segment. Sports.
Sports. Where, Royce?
Ranks them.
What are we ranking today?
The top 5 golfers.
Top 5 golfers?
Yep.
Live or PGA?
Golfers.
Okay. Any honorable mentions?
Yep.
Okay.
2 honorable mentions.
2. So number 7.
Number 1.
One. Wait, what?
Number 1 honorable mention.
Okay.
Tiger Woods.
What?
Yep.
Oh, hold up. Is this current golfers?
This is
Like
all-time
golfers
golf.
of all time,
Yep,
or just
all-time
current golfers?
All-time golfers.
All-time golfers.
Yep.
And Tiger's honorable mention at number 7.
Yep.
Okay, number 6.
Number 6, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
I'm confused. What is this list?
Top
Did
5
you say golfers?
golfers.
Like people who hit golf balls
Yeah.
for a living?
Mhm.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers. This was a debate over him and Josh Allen, but I went with Aaron Rodgers.
Number 5?
Larry Bird.
What is happening? Okay. What
Top
what
golfers.
list is this?
Top 5 golfers.
Is this golfers that you want to golf with?
No.
This is golfers of all time.
Yep.
Greatest golfers of all time.
Yep.
Tiger's number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers is number 6.
Yeah.
Larry Bird, the basketball player Larry Bird. Is there a different? Is this a different Larry Bird?
No.
Okay, the basketball player Larry Bird is number 3.
Number 5.
4, 5. Number 5. Number 4.
Probably Obama. He seems like he's pretty good at golf.
The best part is I can actually see your list for the first time, and you literally typed probably Obama.
Yeah.
Number 4 is I'm so confused. All right, number 3.
Number 3, Charles Barkley.
What?
Yeah.
Is this entertaining golfers to watch on TV?
Top golfers.
Number 2.
Number 2, Charlie Woods.
Who?
Charlie Woods.
Tiger's son?
Yeah.
Number 1.
J.R. Smith.
Hey, he's a real golfer now. Did he win a national championship?
I don't know.
he
was
did not.
a
He was a player of the
academic athlete of the year.
for his school.
4.0 GPA.
What list is that?
Top golfers
Of what?
of world history.
That's why it's your list, man. All right, so 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
That was an episode. That was an installment of Royce Ransom.
Mhm.
I don't know what that list is. We have not done our read for Sean, but there's never been a greater time to buy, sell, or move.
Really is not.
And here's the deal. Just go to movingwithmardis.com. We would normally give a longer read, but we forgot to do it earlier in the show. But Sean is a great, trusted, valued partner and a supporter of Royce's thoughts, and we certainly appreciate Sean and everything he does. So if you do need those services, then tell him that you heard him from Royce's Thoughts podcast, and we'll all smile, because that's all you're going to get out of it. But we appreciate Sean. So what do you have to say? What do you have to say
on
to
July
the people?
3rd, 19 something? Back to the Future came out. It was a movie.
37 years ago, this day, Back to the Future came out.
Yep.
I do know that. I saw that this morning. A tweet.
Couldn't find an actual person. It was
An actual person.
worthy of.
If we recorded tomorrow, it could have been America.
Yeah. Could have.
Could have been.
I would have gone to somebody else though.
All right. With that, we're gonna hop out. I must say this before we roll out, though. Stranger Things did not disappoint.
Nope, it didn't.
And if you haven't seen any tweets, well, first of all, don't search Stranger Things if you haven't watched it, because it will be spoiled all day. But there are some hilarious people on Twitter that deserve some awards, because they just kept me up laughing all the time. So I'll say
At
that.
like 2 in the morning.
I'll say 2 in the morning, because we watched all of it, second part, last night. Bad decision. But
Yeah, I think it was a good decision.
it was a great decision, but it was a bad choice. All right, with that,
Yep.
we out.
Yep.
Peace.